Hello everyone, I'm Farhang and I'm here to talk to you about Linux loop devices and how to use them. And well, first of all, we should start with what Linux loop devices are. Linux loop devices are basically pseudo devices that are used to represent a file as if it were a device, right? So if you have a file, and for example, .iso files are ones that you want to mount on your computer as if they were devices, you can use a loop device. To see all of the loop devices that are in your computer, you can use ls/dev, and then over here you can see that I have loop 0 all the way through loop 37, right? And then if I want to see which ones are used actually, and what file each of those are representing, I can say sudo lo setup and -a. It gives me a list of all of the different devices that I have over here, and what file each of them is representing. And remember, each of these files is being represented to your file system as if it were a device connected to your computer, right? But it is a pseudo device. So it's not a real device, of course. It's not a block device, for example, or a character device. Of course, it can be presented as a block device, and it usually is. So I have these ones over here, which are all my snaps. Of course, I'm using Ubuntu, and there are snaps over here. So if I clear my terminal over here, I can see that in this directory, in my playground directory, I have provided an ISO device, an ISO file, so I can actually connect it to my computer as if it were a device, right? As if it is a device that is being connected and it has files inside it, and I can see those files, right? So in that sense, I need to mount it. Again, I use lo setup, and then I go /dev/loop, for example, 37, and then I give it my file. And now, if I use that same thing over here, I can see that number 37 is now my file in the playground directory, playground Debian. And then if I want to mount this file now, I can use sudo mount, and then /dev/loop37, and then /mnt, which is the usual mount point for different devices. And then if I do that, source is write protected, mounted read only. It's really no problem. And now if I want to see the what it contains, I can only say ls/mnt, and you can see that the Debian file is now over here, right? So all of the different files and the different directories that was inside the ISO file are now represented here as if they were a device that is connected to my computer. So now, what if I want to unmount this? If I want to unmount the same device that I have mounted, I can only say sudo umount and then /mnt, right? So it is now unmounted, and if I look inside the /mnt, I can see that it is empty, right? And then if I want to also delete the loop device that I have made, or at least delete the association that it has with my .iso file, I can use, again, sudo lo setup and then I can use -d/dev/loop37. And then if I use the sudo lo setup /a again, you can see that the file is not over here anymore, as it is not associated with any of the loop devices anymore. So I hope that was helpful for you, and see you next time. Take care.